Bhaktaya Stadbhaktaya Namo Namah Baddhe Vitanute Bhaktin Murkhamavartay Srutim Yat Kripa Tvamaham Bande Sri Madan Gopalakan Prabhu. Jai Ho.
Jai Jai.
Before we'll start say Harinam explanation, one announcement is there. Today we have another new book, Living Raganuga Bhakti, just today published. Not so much copy we have now, only 20 pieces maybe, isn't it? How much?
Yes.
20. Only 20.
Now
40.
19.
Now 19. One I have in my home. So now 19 copy is here. If you want, you can collect from the house or here from the table. It's very sweet. Living Raganuga Bhakti. By the name you can realize what is the content in this book. And everything by now I just my very young son and little bit naughty, he is stealing my chocolates. Everything by him. Bhagavan Baba, bolun. ঘরে চলে এই ঘরে চলে ঘরের মালিক ঘরে চলে ভগবান বাবা যাও. So now we'll continue Sri Harinam Mahamantra from the heart of Srimati Radharani. তুমি সে আমার প্রাণ তোমা বিনা নাহি জান ক্ষণেকে কল্প শত যায় সে তুমি অন্যত্র গিয়া রহ উদাসীন হইয়া কহ দেখি কি করি উপায় ও হে নবঘন শ্যাম কেবল রসের ধাম কইছে রহ করি মন জুড়ে চৈতন্য বলয়ে যায় হেন অনুরাগ পায় তবে বন্ধু মিলয় অদূরে. The ending part of Sri Harinam Mahamantra. Just after Srimati Radharani, she describes, she explains all the feelings realized from the heart. Now she is lamenting of Krishna. Yes, that is true. By your name, one will get liberation, moksha. By your name, one will attain your bhakti. By your name, one will attain most high stage. But Krishna, we are not satisfied with this. We need you just next to us. I know in that way, if somebody continue to chant your Mahamantra, so that is your nature. You'll run to them. Because you love to hear everything from the heart of your devotees. If you love to be there where your devotees discussing about you, anything, they are crying, they are saying something, they are discussing something about your first times. Memories from their heart. You love to be there. But Krishna, how you can ignore us? Srimati Radharani is describing her situation. It's after Sri Krishna left Vrindavan. Actually he left Vrindavan? No. Because Krishna said, Vrindavanam parityajya padamekam navachati. So, what Krishna said is it was false? Or he wanted to just stop all the bridge gopis? That I'm always here. No, it was not false. By heart, Krishna is always there. Because Krishna never go away from Srimati Radharani. Without Srimati Radharani, Krishna is nothing. Radha Shnamya Jada Bhati Tada Mohanam Anyatha Vishwamoho Vishayam Madanamohita. When Srimati Radharani next to Krishna, that time you can call him Madan Mohan. Because only that time he can control this material Cupid Kamadeva. Otherwise, if Srimati Radharani is not there next to Krishna, then he can control everything. He can filter everyone's mind and heart. But he himself will be filtered by Kamadeva, even by material Kamadeva, Cupid. So, Sri Krishna always there with Srimati Radharani by her. Non-different part of Sri Krishna. What is said in Ramananda Sambhad? He describes some stories that was also from the heart of Srimati Radharani, that says explaining her situation with Krishna to one of her Sakhis. She says that, hey Sakhi, so many times I hear, so many times all of you ask some question to me. Why I loved so much to Krishna. Krishna is not beautiful. He is not scholar. Also, even he has no love for me. Then why I am so crazy about Krishna? So many times you ask. So you know my answer is, I never search about this. My love is not depends on any medium. If I search the beauty in Krishna, if I search that if he is scholar or not, if I search about his love towards me, so that means my love is based on one medium. No, it is not. Asundara Sundara Shekharava Gunair Bihnu Guninam Varava Dveshi Mai Shat Karunam Budirva Shyama Shaivat Davatir Mamastu. I never search about this. I never think about this. Is Krishna beautiful or not? Or ugly looking? What all of you always is saying. Rupate Brahmara Gunenu Nichara. Oh, Krishna is very black, very dark complexion, like bumblebee. And if you ask about the qualities, so he has very special quality about stealing yogurt, butter, buttermilk, sweets. But Sakhi, I never search about this. Is Krishna really beautiful or very ugly looking? Gunair Bhinu Guninam Varava. I never think about this, never thought about this. If Krishna is qualified, is very scholar, or he has nothing. Never compare this. Because for me, Krishna is matchless. Then also, if you compare with the scholars, very wise persons, if you compare with them, then also, for me, Krishna is matchless. Dveshimai Shat Karunam Mudirva. And now the point about love. I love Krishna not to see how much love he has for me. My love is not based on his love. I love Krishna and that is unconditional. There is no condition. Maybe he will love me or maybe he will hate me. But for me it's nothing. Not so important if he is hate me or love me. Because you know, I have no one in front of me, only Krishna is there. Shyama Shaivat Buddhir Mamastu. All my life, everything from me is surrendered to Krishna, offered to Krishna. And in Raya Ramananda Shambha, the Ramananda Roy, it describes another story where Srimati Radharani, she says some surprising situation of her life. Pahila hirava nayana bhanga pila anu dina var halo abudhina kelo na suramano na hamaramani duhu mano manobhavo peshalajati. Srimati Radharani, she is explaining her situation. The beginning situation to her Sakhi, a very intimate Sakhi. To answer that same questions again. Yes, Sakhi, you know, at the beginning, it was very surprising situation for me in my life, happens. First, my mind, after my marriage, that time I was already married. And then one day, someone showed me one picture of a young boy, a teenage boy. And he was such beautiful that In one moment, he just took everything from my heart. He stole everything. So I offered myself to him. But you know, I didn't ask, who is he? I just offered myself to him. It was very nice feelings of me, because she was in my heart always. So Sakhi, that time in my life was two different male form, two different Purusha. One is my husband and another is that young boy. After some days, I was going to fetch water from river Yamuna. And suddenly, I hear a very beautiful flute. And you know, by that flute, again, I lost everything. Without saying anything, without knowing anything, I offered myself to that flute. So again one added in my life. So three male form was there. One my husband, second that young boy, I have seen in picture, and the third one that flute player. So three different male form. Then also I was happy. Because it was my hidden love, very secret, very valuable hidden love. I cannot say anything to anyone. So I kept both of them in my heart, and I was happy. In that way, it was going well. But again something happened. One day, someone in front of me chanted the name of Krishna. And whenever I hear that word Krishna, 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 again I offered myself. Because that word just forcefully he took me from me. He acquired everything, all my heart and mind, forcefully, by that name, Krishna. So, again one added. Three different male form, I don't know. And another one is my husband. So in my life, that time it was 4 different male forms. Then, you know something, then I was really ashamed. Oh, really I'm characterless? I love 4 different persons in same time? How is it possible? Maybe as morality, I'm not okay. My character is not good. So that is good, I just destroy my life. And I decided to commit suicide. Everything was prepared. You know, Sakhi, the day was fixed, the date was fixed. Because with my suicide, with my committing suicide, I want to get something. So, because I'll offer my life to river Yamuna. And river Yamuna is holy river. So I just watched, which that is very good. So I decided and fixed my date to commit suicide. from my suicide also I want to get some benefits. So everything was prepared. Already I chose my clothes, that with that clothes I'll commit suicide. I choose the place from where, I choose that place. So everything was prepared. Only I was waiting for that date, that time, scheduled time. Suddenly, the truths revealed in front of me. Then I know that they were not three different persons. Whom I love, he was Krishna. I watched in the picture. And that Krishna is that flute player who took everything from me. So he was only one person. Then also I was a saint. No. I have my husband, so I am married. I should not offer my mind and heart to another one because I have my husband. But I had to stop. I have to stop that craziness. Because it was of endless thrust inside of me for Krishna. Anyhow, I had to destroy that thrust.
Yes.
Yes. So I decided. I asked my friends, hey, you know Krishna? Yes, I know. From where I can see Krishna? Can you tell me? Yes. Every day he is going there, next to river Yamuna, in Keshi Ghat, where he killed that Keshi Asura demon. So every day he used to go there and he will free his calves there. And you know, after that, he will stand under the Kadamba tree and he start to play flutes. And it is his daily duty. So if you go to Keshi Ghat, then you can see Krishna is there. Okay. So Sakhi, I decided to go there to take darshan of Krishna. I thought, maybe if I see one time Krishna, then that thirst will go out from my heart. From my heart, it will go out. So one day I went to fetch water. And it was true. She was standing there. Under the Kadamba tree, she was standing there, she was playing flute. And from distance, I start to watch Krishna. Sakhi, always you say that Krishna is very dark complexion. But you know, that time, I have seen such brightness is coming out. Light, very deep blue light was coming out from Krishna. I was surprised to see this. Krishna is looking like one very bright blue jewel. And his face was so beautiful that time. I was really attracted by this all. And in my heart, I start to love Krishna. It's very unusual. At the beginning, love at first sight, it's happened with me. But I was not looking at Krishna directly, because I am a married girl. if I start to watch directly to Krishna, so if somebody will see this, they will start to make gossip. Oh, she's looking at someone other. To another one young boy. Maybe they have some relation. So they will start to make some gossip. Sakhi, I was looking at Krishna indirectly. Not directly, indirectly. When I was very near, when I was crossing that place where Krishna is standing, at the same moment, I was looking at Krishna and Krishna looked at me. So by our eyes, we met first time. Sakhi, I tried. I thought that after once I look at Krishna but indirectly, then my craziness will stop. Then again I'll go back to my house, then again I'll engage myself to the family duties. But you know, Sakhi, that first time I turned my eyes towards Krishna, still now it is there. I could not turn my eyes back straight. Now I'll tell you the truths about that. Always you are asking why I am so much crazy about Krishna. You know, we are not two, we are one. Maybe by body we are two, but by heart we are one. I am not to say anything to Krishna. If I think some things, Krishna will do this. If Krishna will think some things, I do this. By body we are different, but by heart we are the one. Because the Creator, Vidhata, he makes some fun with us that he just mixed both of our heart together. And we cannot separate them. No one can. So Srimati Radharani and Krishna, they are by physical, by their body they are two, but by their heart they are one. Inside of Krishna's heart, Srimati Radharani is there. Inside of Srimati Radharani's heart, Krishna is there. And their form of their heart is just set as them. Krishna's heart look like, not that heart size. Krishna's heart look like Srimati Radharani. And heart of Srimati Radharani look like Krishna. Except Yogeshwari Hridi Vichintamagada Bodhai. What it is said there in Kurukshetra Milan, the Braj Gopis, they said to Krishna, Ahushate Nalinanam Padaravindam Yogeshwari Hridi Vichintamagada Bodhai Samsara Kupa Patitattaranavaramvam Geham Yusham Manushuddhya Svadha. Hey Krishna, we know all the yogis. You know how much they meditate about you. And by their meditation, they just change the shape of their heart. And their heart look like you. Now their heart is not look like ordinary heart. shape of their heart is completely changed. And now their heart is like you, Krishna, Yogeshwar. Because they are all Yogeshwar. But the surprising truth of Krishna, you know, I am telling you the truth about us. We are not yogis. And we cannot perform such kinds of austerities like them, all the yogis. And we know some of them that they are continuing their sadhana thousands of years. Some of them 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 of years. They are meditating on you and they just change the shape of their heart. But Krishna, we have not such quality to do this 1,000 years meditation of you. We cannot. But then also, since our childhood, our heart shaped like you, Krishna. Because you know, why? Because there is nothing. Not even. We have not to see the mirror. We are afraid to see the mirror. You know why, Krishna? Because if my beauty will go inside my heart, if I will start to love myself, everyone, most of us, will love ourselves. And it will develop more when we'll be in front of the mirror, is not? After we'll dress, after we'll comb our hair. So, in various ways, we love to check ourselves, our beauty, own beauty. And that time, our mind is saying, oh, I am the most beautiful person in this world. Everyone. You are beautiful, you can think. But it's happened with me also. I'm also thinking, I'm so beautiful. When I'm in front of the mirror. So that is why I love myself so much. Sakhis, they are afraid about this. Sakhis, they said, Krishna, you know, we want to stand in front of the mirror. We are afraid about this. If we love myself to see our beauty, that's why. And we have not to see the mirror. Only by your meditation, we can do everything very perfect. We can see ourselves in your eyes. We have not to see, we have not to check our perfection in front of the mirror. So Krishna, we are not like yogis, we are not like jnanis. We cannot perform 1,000 years, 10,000 years. You can say not even continuous 1 month, not even 1 week, not even 1 day.
Not even on Ekadashi.
Not even on Ekadashi. The Brij Gopis. But you ask, you said, you advised us to think about you, and then when your form will appear in our heart, then we'll get the happiness. Then it will be like an ointment for your separation, for that pain. Oh Krishna, very surprising for us. We cannot meditate about you, not even 1 moment. You know why? If I start to meditate about you, in 1 moment we'll faint. we'll unconscious. We'll lose our sense. After that one moment, we cannot say anything. Because we'll lose our consciousness. Krishna, we have not to think about you. You are always there. If you like, you can open our heart and you can see, you can check it, you can examine, and you can see our heart shaped as Krishna. In the separation mode, they said something very strange. Krishna, your name is not for us. What you just said to us that by chanting your name again and again, then after some time your form will appear in our heart. No, Krishna. Your name is the protector for them who just absorb in samsara sindhu. They will get liberation, moksha, by your name. But Krishna, who are absorbed in the separation sindhu of you, for them it's more painful. Then we'll go more deep than before. Here, Srimati Radharani, just in that mood, is saying, "Tumi shyamaro prad, tuma bine nahi jaan." You are my life, Krishna. All my consciousness, all my knowledge, all my realization, feelings, everything dedicated to you. Only you is there. Khaneke kalopo shato jay. In this separation, in one moment, I realized it's not one moment. It's so many yugas is there. Mahamantra. In the separation of you, one moment, when I am passing one moment in the separation of you, it's giving me realization of thousands of yugas. Yugaitam nimeshena Sri Krishna virahena. Srimati Radharani said, when I will be in the separation mode, when Krishna is not here with me, then one moment for me it's like thousands of yugas. Shata shata kalpana jay. That means millions of yugas, thousands of yugas. Hey Krishna, how I can bear that pain for my life? Unbearable. This all pain from your separation is unbearable. It's contradictory mood. That mood is really contradictory. Before she said, you are always there in my heart, you are always together with me. Maybe personally you are not here, but by your name you are always with me in my heart. I have no separation for you. Then why is she saying like this now? That is the contradictory mood, Bhamya. I said before. When they are together, that time also they are crying, both of them, Krishna and Srimati Radharani. Dohu krore dohu kade vichhedo bhavya. We cannot imagine that stage of their love. They embraced each other. Krishna, he covered Srimati Radharani. He holds very firmly Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani also said, the face of Srimati Radharani on the chest of Krishna. On the chest of Krishna. They are in the meeting. They are seated on the swing. So how they look to each other. So they got some medium. From that ornaments, on the Krishna's hand, Krishna's arm, there is a big plate of gold. From there, Krishna can watch the beautiful face of Srimati Radharani. And through that plate, golden plate, Srimati Radharani can watch the face of Krishna. Because either they want to look at each other directly, so the face she has to take out from the chest, is not. From chest no one can see the face. But they don't want to separate from each other. So they got that medium from the amulet of Krishna, the big place by the gold. They are looking to each other through that golden plate, the reflection. But what's happened? They are very happy. Both of them were a smiling face. They are not talking. Because they have not to talk to each other. They have to think only. What Srimati Radharani said, if Krishna is thinking some things, I do. It will appear in my heart. If I think some things, then it will appear in Krishna's heart. So they have not to talk. Only they have to think about this. So they are happy. And the Sakhis, they wanted to make some fun with them. So they just push very strongly, very big force. And you know what's happened? For that, they push very strong. For that they are shaking. Both of them. They are together, but they are shaking. Because of that high wave of the swing, for some moments, that reflection, when they will push, so reflection is going out. It's disappeared from that place, that reflection. When that reflection disappeared, so they cannot look at each other. Suddenly the separation mode appeared. In one moment they start to cry. Krishna and Srimati Radharani both. Although they are together in the arm, both of them. But then also that separation move, it appeared suddenly in one moment. So it's the highest stage of love. Duhu krore duhu kade vichhad bhavya. Oh Radhe, why you were? Srimati Radharani start to cry, oh Krishna, you disappeared. Although they're together, then also they're feeling that separation mood. Khaneke kalpo shato jai. In one moment they will feel that separation for thousands of yugas. She tumi annatra gya raho udasina hoiya Prabhupada ki kore upay? Krishna, it is not only for me. Jugaitam nimeshena Sri Krishna virahena me. And that same word also applicable for you. Also applicable for you. For my separation, you will feel that same pain. If it is true, then how you just ignore us and you went to Dwarka, and how you make yourself happy there? What I should do now? All of us, we wanted to please you, to serve you, but now, no chance. কহে নবঘন শ্যাম কেবল রসের ধাম কইছে রহ করি মন ছুড়ে চৈতন্য বলয়ে যায় হেন অনুরাগ পায় তবে বন্ধু লয় দূরে। হে নবঘন শ্যাম, you're the ultimate source of all rasa. Kevala, very pure. Kevala rasa dham means you are the source of very pure rasa. All kinds of rasa is there. You are the source. How you can stay there away from us? All your beloved, all your sakhis, all your manjaris. How you can leave us? Because you also know very well, only we can please you. Only you can get happiness from us. Only you can get pleasure from us. No one can do this like us. You know this very well. Then why you are not here? Hey Krishna Chandra, please come back. The same word, what all the Braj Gopis they said in Kurukshetra. Krishna wanted to take them to Dwarka. They said, no, we will not go there. Because you know, we are very soft-hearted Chakora bird. Very soft-hearted. And we can live only by drinking the nectar which is falling down from moon rays. Only by drinking that nectar we can save our life. But our Chandra is Krishna Chandra. And the rising place of Krishna Chandra is not here. Not Kurukshetra, not Dwarka, not Mathura, not Hastinapura. The rising place of Krishna Chandra is Vrindavan. Krishna, please come back with us. Again, Purna Krishna Chandra will arise in Udayagiri Vrindavan. Again, from your moon rays, from Krishna Chandra moon rays, the nectar, Shudha, will fall down and will drink and will save our life. Krishna, we are waiting for you there. Until that time we'll come back, we'll wait there for you. But not in Dwarka. Not in another place. চৈতন্য বলয়ে যায় হেন রাখো পায় তবে বন্ধু মিলয় করি। It's saying in my mind. Maybe we have not so much love for you, Krishna. If we'll have deep love, deep attachment for you, then you will never live away. Then you will never leave us alone here in Vrindavan. Because you know very well, we have only Krishna. Our happiness, distress, our life and death, our day and night, our smiling and crying, everything is Krishna. So Krishna, maybe we have not so much love for you, that's why you left us and you went to Dwarka. But I know whenever that anurag will develop in my heart, in our heart, very soon he will come back to us. What is said here? She is describing the glories of Mahamantra. So that is the ending point from her heart, that she says, if you will continue chanting his name in that way, like Nimi Maharaj, like Kapil, then that attachment, that love will appear and develop. Then Krishna will come to us, so the devotees. Continue chanting Mahamantra. Not only chanting, take shelter on Mahamantra. Only by that you will attain Krishna Bhakti, you will attain Krishna Seva. After you will get blessings from your Gurudev. After you will get blessings from your Gurudev, when you will follow the instruction of Sri Gurudev and you will continue your chanting of Mahamantra, then Krishna Bhakti will appear and develop. Otherwise, there is no way. And in front of us, all Kali people, it's so difficult. We are so bound by our nature, by others, Maya, Shukracharya, Kali Maharaj. So we have so many hurdles and problems in front of us. Only Mahamantra can save us from all those problems, from all those hurdles. Only by the power of Mahamantra we can cross all hurdles. We can overcome. We cannot do long, deep meditation like other yogas. We cannot do big fire sacrifice like other yogas. We cannot serve, that means taking care of them very well. Yes, we have deity. Everyone we have deity in this form, Giridhari form, Saligram form. But how much we are really taking care of them? I have seen so many people. And it's very natural, very normal for them, for all Kali people. Because to live our life here in this material world, we need money, so we have to join job for some business, some work, some activities. So they'll go to their job at 8 a.m. and they'll come back at 8 p.m. So So only that time, 8 a.m., the deities, they will get their food. And all the day they have to wait when you will come back. So we cannot perform in a proper way deity seva. But they are so kind. Then also they are accepting all our service with so many faults. Still they are accepting everything from us. And they will accept when we'll continue chanting Mahamantra. In this Kali Yuga, the most important part of our bhajan is taking shelter on Mahamantra. Nothing else. It is in the scripture, 6 Goswamis, they said about Vilaswaram and so many things. Brajavas, Govinda Shivam, Vigraha Shivam. So many, etc., so many things it is written there. One day I asked my kaku, who was giving lecture before me here, Krishna Baba. What is the most important part of our bhajan? He was also there, Shruti was also there in the car. But maybe he could not realize because he was talking in Bengali. I asked Kaku, which is the most important part for our bhajan? There is 4 stages written, Nam, Roop, Gun, Leela. Our Goswamis, 6 Goswamis, they said more and more. Our sadhana is Smarana Lila. Sadhana Smarana Lila, Ihate na karo pela, Kai mune koriya sushari, in Prema Bhakti Chandrika you will find. In Prema Bhakti Chandrika, it is said that Lila Smarana is the best part. But how? Till now I have no form of Krishna in my heart. If there is no Krishna, how I can meditate about the Leelas, pastimes? My mind did not attain, till now, is not there, to attain that stage to meditate about his form. If there is not his form, how I can meditate about Leelas, pastimes? So I ask Krishna Baba, what is the most important part of our bhajan? Maybe Kaku, he realized about my confusion. He just said, you know, there is so many things written, but I am following only one, only chanting Mahamantra. Then I asked, what's up Leela Smaran? He said, I have nothing. I am not trying to do this Leela Smaran. I am just continuing chanting Mahamantra as much as possible. I am not meditating about Leelas. I am not careful to taking care of the deities. Only my bhajan is only chanting Mahamantras always. I will breathe. Try to do this. When during your sleeping your tongue will automatically chant Mahamantra, then you must know, yes, you are in your bhajan. When you can chant by your breath, yeah, that means that is ajapa. You have not to say, you have not to do anything, it will happen automatically. Ajapa, ajapa. So then you must know that you are doing your bhajan. So Krishna Baba, when he said, that's opened my eyes. Yes, it's true. in front of us, so easiest way is there, chanting Mahamantra. You can do anything, whatever you want, by this. When you will get blessings from Mahamantra, everything will happen automatically. That's why this stage, Nam, Roop, Gun, Leela. If you continue, Evam Prata Shakriya Nam Kirtya, if you continue in that way, with love, then Rupa will appear. You have not to speculate, you have not to imagine. Swayam Krishna will appear in your heart. Again, you just continue. One day, you can feel, you can realize the guna, qualities of Krishna. How much he is merciful, how much he is beautiful. We have to go with it, we have to feel, we have to realize. What Srimati Radharani said before last year, what Haridas Thakur said about Mahamantra, in two ways, and both of the explanation is very important for our feelings realization. Very clearly they said what is Mahamantra and what it can do for us. Everything is very clear. So we have to realize, we have to respect, and we have to take center of Mahamantra. From tomorrow, we'll start a new topic. Because now my explanation, it's end. It's not end, it's to rest. The glories of Mahamantra. From tomorrow, another topic will start, and we'll continue after we'll finish Ananga Manjari Sankot. We'll continue 2 times every day. From tomorrow we'll start a very beautiful Rashika Grantha, Ascharya Rasa Prabandha. Very rare, like Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad. From tomorrow, we'll start that topic. How much Sri Gaura Sundar and his very nearest devotee, Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad, not Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad, Ascharya Rasa Prabandha will describe by Tungya Vidya Sakhi. Because Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad was before Krishna Leela is Tunga Vidya. So from one Sakhi's heart, we'll watch Ras Leela in another way, in another taste, with another taste. So from tomorrow we'll start Ascharya Rasa Prabandha. Ascharya, surprising. Prabandham in topics, very rare topics, and about Rasa Leela. So tomorrow we'll meet again. At the evening we'll continue Ananga Manjari Samputika. And morning time, Ascharya Rasa Prabandha will start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jai Nitai. First, all of you, and
Во-первых, я бы хотел всем вам пожелать любовь из своего сердца, любви из своего сердца. Я знаю от Ананды, моего движения «Трезвая Россия». Не только для России, я даю это послание всему миру. Да будет весь мир трезвым. Это должно идти от сердца каждого.
We have our life as a human beings.
Наша жизнь в человеческом
We
теле
have no need to take any other medium to get pleasure.
не требует никаких других средств
We have
для
so
того,
many
чтобы
things in front
быть
of
счастливым.
us.
У нас и так
Very beautiful nature,
полно других вещей.
Very
Красивая
beautiful.
природа,
friends,
хорошие друзья,
very beautiful companions we have.
хорошие спутники
So,
в
for
нашей
getting
жизни.
some pleasure for some moments,
Чтобы получить,
most of the time
Мимолетное
we're doing some
удовольствие.
mistakes.
мы совершаем ошибки,
To
часто
take
совершаем
shelter
ошибки.
on some things which is not good,
Прибегаем к тому,
alcohol, like
что
drugs,
вредно,
smoking.
алкоголь,
This
наркотики,
all,
курение,
it will
табакокурение,
give
все
you
это,
for pleasure for some moments,
все это даст удовольствие лишь на
but we can
считанные
get more
мгновения,
ananda,
но
we
мы
can
можем
get more
получить
pleasure in
больше
our life.
блаженства,
If you look at the
ананды
nature,
в нашей жизни, если
If we
будем
share
любоваться
our love
природой,
with others,
если будем делиться
if we try to
любовью с
feel
другими,
love,
если будем пытаться
and
почувствовать
then
любовь,
we can get
и
such
тогда
pleasure
мы
in
можем
our
получить
life,
в нашей
which will
жизни
never
такое
stop.
удовольствие, которое никогда не остановится.
When you'll start share your love,
Когда вы начнете делиться
when
своей
you'll be
любовью,
loved by others,
когда вас будут любить
and
другие,
that pleasure, that ananda will
это
never stop in your life.
радость, это блаженство, ананда никогда не остановится, не прекратится в вашей жизни.
Pleasure for some moments, when
Получить
you are taking shelter,
удовольствие
when
на
you are accepting such things,
мгновение,
drugs,
когда мы принимаем
alcohol,
такие вещи, как наркотики,
cigarettes,
алкоголь,
smoking,
сигареты,
this all
Все
is
это
destroying your life. That is
разрушает
not
вашу
giving you
жизнь,
pleasure.
не несет никакого удовольствия и
After some
радости.
time, it will give you pain.
Через короткое время это
For
принесет боль.
what you accepted this all,
Все то,
they
что
will
вы
give you
принимали для
pain,
удовольствия, на самом деле
pleasure.
принесет боль,
So,
а не радость.
please leave all that
А
activities.
поэтому, пожалуйста,
Please leave drinking alcohol.
оставьте алкоголь.
Not only yourself,
Не только вы сами.
well next to you. Stop
Просите,
them to take this all.
остановите тех, кто
Make
рядом с
sober
вами, ваших
all the
близких.
planet.
Пусть вся
Make
планета
beautiful.
будет
Share
трезвой.
your love with others. In that
Пусть
way,
она будет красивая.
spread good consciousness and
Распространяйте
reject all the
таким
intoxication from your heart
хорошее
and stop others.
сознание и
First,
останавливайте других
it
от
must be from your
принятия
house. It must be
опьяняющих
from you.
веществ. Это должно
First,
быть от вас.
you leave all those activities,
Сначала вы сами оставьте
then help to live to
вредную
your family
деятельность.
members,
Затем
then your
распространите
society,
это
then your
на
country. In
свою
that way,
семью, потом
all
на
of
общество
us
и на всю
together,
семью. И
we
так
can
все
make
вместе
a
мы
very
можем
beautiful world, loving
сделать мир
Jai
прекрасным
Jai Nitai.
и любящим.
Радhe Радhe.